stage in this liberal masquerade. Cabinet ministers close behind while the master spins his lies. Welcome to the Canadian circus.
Oh, here we are again, and this is Adam Van Koeverden at it again with his misinformation, disinformation about the CO2 in the environment. So let's see what he's got to say and then fact check what he says. So here we go.
Mr. Secretary. Speaker, we're working on the challenges that Canadians face with real solutions. At that time, inflation is down, interest rates are down, unemployment rates are down, and greenhouse gas pollution rates are down as well. And despite what these climate change denying conservatives say, CO2 isn't plant food. That absurd conservative claim that reducing our carbon emissions would somehow be bad for crop growth is straight up anti-science, disinformation, and climate denialism. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. We learned that in elementary school. The oil sands are Canada's largest source of industrial carbon emissions, and our pollution cap asks them to invest some of their astonishing $60 billion in profits in innovating and making sure that Canadians can afford green, affordable.
Yes, CO2 is a greenhouse gas, but it is also necessary for plant growth. Let's check it out. Let's see what it says here online. Just a trusty Google machine has here. What is oxygen? What is the oxygen for plants? Okay, I just put in that. Okay, let's see. Do plants need CO2 to make oxygen? Well, yes, they do. Through the process called photosynthesis, leaves pull in carbon dioxide and water and use the energy of the sun to convert this into chemical compounds such as sugars that feed the tree. As a byproduct, that chemical reaction, oxygen is produced and released by the tree. So, yeah, you need the CO2 to, in turn, create more oxygen. And down here, what happens if plants do not get CO2? So, exposure of the plants to lower levels of CO2, even for shorter periods of time, can reduce the rate of photosynthesis and plant growth. So if they don't get enough CO2, the plants will not grow. So contrary to what that man just said, contrary to what Adam Van Koeverden just said, oh, who's an Olympian? You got to listen to him. He's an Olympian. Oh, you got to have respect. No, you don't. The plants won't grow. And so it is detrimental to the plants to not get the CO2 they need. Let's see. And here we have, despite the minor amount of CO2 in the air, it is essential to plant life and is a key part of the global carbon cycle. Plants take in CO2, break down the CO2 into carbon and oxygen, release that oxygen to the atmosphere, and then retain the carbon to live and grow. So they need the carbon to live and grow. So contrary to what Mr. Van Koeverden just said, that was misinformation and disinformation. He just lied. And scrolling further down here, it says, could we exist without CO2? So let's check that out. Can we live without CO2, without the carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide and CO2 is an essential part of the cycle of life. Without CO2, plants will die off. Ooh, what did Mr. Van Koeverden say? Oh, he said that it's not plant food. So it looks like it essentially is the lifeblood of plants. So plants will die off. And without plants, the Earth's biological food chain would be terminally broken. We cannot live without carbon dioxide. That's coming from Soltaire Power. What is this from? I don't even know where this is from. But right there, it's right there. We cannot exist without carbon dioxide. We need carbon dioxide to live. And this Adam Van Koeverden saying that we do not need it, like you can just basically eliminate it and everything would be great, everything would be fine. It's just it's a lie, and it's a lie they keep pushing. It's a lie they'll continue to push. They'll keep pushing this climate change narrative, climate change hoax, and in the hopes that people will buy it, in the hopes that people will just accept it. But thankfully, most people aren't accepting it. They just realize that they're pushing this nonstop fear, and this is their thing. They've been pushing this for centuries, like this whole climate change narrative. It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, I just wanted to debunk that one thing. I wanted to show that one thing that he said is just not true. And that's it for me. Canadian Circus is out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.
Cabinet ministers close behind, while the master spins his